Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Shadowbringers. In the last episode, we got some information about the tablet and that it basically was created during the end of the Ronkan Empire, and that it was a call to Ronka's allies to come to its aid. And provides information on how to prove oneself to be an ally of Ronka, which is believed to be what we need to do to be able to access Ixmaya and convince the tribe defending that area that we are friendly and not attack us, so that we can then track down the Light Warden. But you still needed some additional information to finish the translation, so we had to go find a monument that was basically a kind of a Rosetta Stone monument that had the ancient Ronkan dialect translated into a more modern dialect, so that we could, help finish that translation. But that happened to be located in the domain of a group of fanatical dark worshippers that believe that killing people is good because it cleanses them of the corruption of the light and sends them to the sunless sea. So, yeah, we had to gather some bees to threaten their spiders that they use to create poisons. And then we infiltrated their territory, found the monument, got what we needed. There was also some murals there that we got some information about. Then upon returning and having a meal, the Yulmaran army decided to show up, because of course they did. And so they are now trying to assert their control over the region. So we now have a bit of a time crunch to get this done. At least in the story, there's a time crunch anyway. We can get it done whenever we want. So that's kind of where we're at. We need to figure out what it is we need to get or do to show ourselves to be allies of Ronka. Alright, so we'll get to that, but there is actually something I want to do first. Because we got all of our bunch of side quests opened up here. A bunch more side quests. I haven't gotten around to doing all of the other ones, obviously, because they're still there. But there is a series of side quests here that I do want to do on screen. And it starts with this one here from Valen, which gets us an ether current as well. This leads to a chain of quests. So we'll go ahead and start with this. We'll get this done, and then once we're done with this, then we will return to the main story, pick that up, and then figure out what we're going to do. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Valen, Valen? And see what he has to say. Alright. Say, aren't you a Yame? Master Motoya speaks quite highly of you. I'm sure you have more important things to concern yourself with, but I need help and there's no one else I can turn to. Okay. It's my friend Quinfert. Ever since we were young, he's always excelled in the arcane arts. In fact, even now, he's in training to become a priest of the Knights Blessed. Perhaps the greatest of his gifts is clairvoyance, but I fear it's taken a toll on his mind as of late. He's always been different, but not like this. He's changed, frighteningly so. The others think him no stranger than usual, but they're wrong, and I mean to prove it. You don't know him like we do, which is precisely why I'd like you to talk with him to get an objective opinion on the matter. Assuming we find out what ails him, I hope there's a way to cure it. Alright. So let's go speak with Quinfert, which he is in here. There he is. Ah, as foretold by the will of the wood, we meet at last. I've been expecting you, Ayame. Shh, no one else must hear of this, not yet. My dreams are plagued with visions of the future. Calamity is upon us, and each night I witness our impending doom. But hope is not yet lost, for the dreams speak to me of a savior in the form of a great serpent. It was revered as a god in the days of the Ronkan Empire, and I believe it yet lives in the Great Wood, waiting to be roused from slumber. It has many names. Many would call it Protector, some the Great Destroyer. The will of the wood demands I find this great serpent. It is our only hope of salvation. I have been chosen, Ayame, to be the savior of Slitherbow. So this is where you two have been hiding. Now that you've gotten to know one another, what do you think? I fear his mind is beyond saving, or his dreams are an ill omen. You know, we'll play along. His dreams are an ill omen. You believe him? Oh dear, I fear I've made a terrible mistake. Please don't tell me you two have communed with the will of a star or some such nonsense. Well, actually, kinda we have. Valen, please, we are in the midst of a most important discussion. When you first began talks of these dreams and delusions, I held my peace, but I won't let you drag anyone else into this. Such narrow-minded thinking is why only I have been chosen by the wood, by the great serpent. Yes, Quinford, whatever you say. You've mocked me for the last time, Valen. I will summon the great serpent this very day and prove to you the truth of my visions. Quinford, wait! Where are you going? To meet with misfortune would likely bring him to his senses, but he's my friend, and I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt out there. Will you help me look for him? If anything should happen to him, I'll never forgive myself. Alright then. Yeah, we're just going to deal with the ominous music that's in here now, because we're in that particular point in the story. Alright, so let's go see if we can find the guy. Yep. This guy is nothing compared to some of the crazy stuff we've been through. Alright. Let's see what we find here. Alright, over there I think I see him. Alright, how far are we going here? A little bit of a ride. Alright, there he is. Enough, Quinford. Even you should recognize the danger of wandering off alone in these woods. Yeah, okay. You really have gone mad, haven't you? Mock me all you like, Valen, but now you will bear witness to the truth with your own eyes. Behold, the divine protector of Ronka, the great serpent of legend. No, it can't be. That's the great serpent? I see nothing great about that. What is it exactly? I refuse to believe that it's a serpent. Please tell me you're joking. Do not be jealous, Valen. The will of the wood works in mysterious ways, and this serpent is the key to our deliverance. Alright, there we are. That stage is done. Okay, so next. O great Serpent, I beseech you, grant me the strength to defend the Knights Blessed, to stay the impending calamity that threatens the Great Wood. I can't believe this is happening. Look, if you want to keep that thing as a pet, I won't stop you, but we really should return home. No, you're right. To remain here no longer place the Great Serpent in danger. The question is, how do we transport it? I will not stand to see the Great Serpent debase itself, crawling on its belly like a snake. Just pick the damn thing and let's go. Pick up the damn thing, let's go. By the Abyss, Valen, show some respect. I should be the one to carry it, but I fear I am yet unworthy of such a burden. But you could protect the Great Serpent from the threats of the Great Wood, be they beasts or sin-eaters. And now you mean to drag Master Matoya's guest into your schemes? What will the others think when she walks into Slitherbow hoisting that thing about? Here, put it in this sack. I will do no such thing. It's clean, it's dry, and most importantly, you can bring it into Slitherbow unnoticed. Fine. Listen, Ayame, the fate of the Great Wood quite literally rests in your hands. It goes without saying, we can't afford any mishaps. I suppose we've no choice but to help him. I'll go ahead and find a place to keep his pet away from prying eyes. Deliver the snake-filled sack to Valen in Slitherbow. You will have 150 seconds to complete this task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. Beware of attacks from enemies, which will sap your strength. Okay. Will I be able to mount? Tread carefully, Ayame. I will follow shortly after. No, I will not be able to mount. 150 seconds. Alright. Just try not to get hit by any enemies while I'm carrying this thing. It's an awful large sack for such a small creature. I'll try to avoid this fate over here. Alright, I guess I'm taking it all the way into the back. Oh, over this way. Alright, and there is Valen. Here should be safe, for now at least. Let's have another look at the Great Serpent, shall we? There it is. Good work, you two. Oh, can you believe it? The divine protector of the Great Wood here in Slitherbow. Within a sack of burlap did the champion carry the divine beast, and beneath the slithering boughs of the Great Wood did they find shelter. Chapter 31, verse 5 in the Gospel of Quinfert. Oh my. Pay him no mind. He's merely referring to his dream diary. For the last time, it is not a diary. Have you forgotten how the Gospel foretold the events of that fateful day 2 years ago? How can I when you remind me of it every day? You continue to doubt me, but soon you'll see. Together the Great Serpent and I will save this village and all of the Great Wood from oblivion. What have we got ourselves into? I have no idea. Alright. Okay, next. Alright, I hope you're satisfied now that your new pet is safe here in Slitherbow. Alright, and thank you, Oyami. I now understand what's been troubling my friend all this time. I feared this might strain our friendship, but I don't believe this is something we can't overcome. Take care and may the shadows keep you. Wait. Please, Quinford, there's no need to involve her in this any longer. I've been giving thought to the Great Serpent's chosen form, and I think I now understand why it chose to present itself to us in this way. Look closely, the pattern of its scales. I believe they represent the network of currents by which ether flows through Raktika, the very life force of the Great Wood. And there, the scar that intersects them, there on its belly, an omen. Oh, it's an omen of the coming calamity that would disrupt the flow of life in the Great Wood. Quinford, stop. It's just a scratch. Probably from a rock as it slithered or rolled or did whatever it does to make its way through the forest. All these signs, and still he refuses to see, like all the others. If the Great Wood is to be saved, it's up to us. I can only assume you remain at my side in the hopes of receiving some generous compensation. If that's what it takes, so be it. The scar on the Great Serpent's belly calls to mind Lozatl's conquest. That is where you will find the source of this ill omen. Bring it to me and you will have the reward you seek. I should remind you that he's still only an apprentice. I wouldn't expect much, if anything, for your troubles. This is what happens when you spend too much time around interesting individuals. Still, I can't deny that life would be boring without him. Alright then, survey the designated area for clues. Where are we going, specifically? Okay, way up north. Very well. Alright, we should be getting close. So, to figure out what it is here that we're looking for, there is our choice location. Very well. There's a bunch of them. Okay. You survey your surroundings but find nothing out of the ordinary. Alright, let's go check the other one. You survey your surroundings but find nothing out of the ordinary. And here. Something in the water catches your eye. You brush away the dirt and find a charm of some sort. Quinford will no doubt be interested to see what you found. Alright. Back to Slitherbow. Fortunately, there is an etherite there. So it makes getting back easy. Alright. Kamiyami, show me what you found. I found this. A curious container. Could it be a charm of some sort? It was exactly where you'd said it'd be. Then that means your visions were... Now you believe in the Great Serpent? Now do you believe in the Great Serpent? Fine, fine. The Great Serpent is real. More importantly, the charm seems familiar. I think I've seen the children use them for their incantations. Yes, I'm sure of it. My father once found one while hunting in the woods. If memory serves, they can be used to invoke powerful fire spells after absorbing enough ether. By the Abyss, they plan to use them to siphon the Great Wood's life force. My vision will at last come to pass. Why are you laughing? Don't you realize how serious this is? That flow of ether you were talking about converges here at Slitherbow, doesn't it? It's why we have that large aetheryte outside. If the flow is disrupted, our crops would wither, the land would be rendered barren, animals would die, it would mean the end of our village, and all of Raktika would likely follow. O Great One, I beseech you once more, grant us the strength and the wisdom to avert this terrible crisis. Seeing them like this makes the whole thing seem like nonsense, but there's no denying Quinford has been right about what would happen thus far. We have to figure out what the children are up to before it's too late. Alright then. The will of the wood would see us bring Slitherbow and all of Raktika back from the brink. O Great Serpent, show us the way. Show us how we might deliver our people from certain destruction. Alright. Sure, if anyone sees that thing, they're going to kick it out of the village. Then where will we be? We have precious little time to concern ourselves with the others. What's more, the Great Serpent has blessed us with another sign of what's to come. What is it this time? Behold the scales of its belly, and you will see the scar that marked Lozadal's conquest has vanished. However, a new scar has appeared closer to its tail. The children would threaten another site of great power, and judging by the shape of this scar, I have no doubt it's near Dyer's Wash. They must be stopped. Agreed, though I fear only one of us is actually up to the task. And are you certain about that scar? I didn't see anything of the sort on its tail. At any rate, I think it'd be for the best if you went to investigate. We've already found proof the children were up to something. It would be foolish not to press further. Perhaps the will of the wood will give us another sign while you're away. Alright then. Snakes in the grass. Search Dyer's Wash for signs of trouble. Where exactly is that? Oh, way down south. Okay. I really do need that faster ride speed. But, won't be available until we get access to the rest of the map. And that's a little ways off yet, so. Alright. Search for signs of trouble. Let's see, what do we got over here? Velociraptor. Okay, it turned back. Ah, here we go. Wild child of the everlasting dark and a willful child of the everlasting dark. I expect combat. Alright. Fool, you cannot stop us. Indeed. Well. Just a couple of spiders. It's nothing to write home about. Alright. There we are. What do you have to say to that? She's defeated our spiders. Let us away. There's still work to be done. The children of Everlasting Dark have escaped into the woods. Give chase that you might learn more of their schemes. Alright then. Oh, it's gonna be up north. Gotta get past all of these guys. Get to some place relatively quiet where I can hop on my mount. There we go. Where exactly are we headed here? Ah, just around this this rock pillar here. Alright, where are you? There they are. Purple circle. Okay. Alright, one is down. Alright, there we go. Suspicious looking bag. What is this? Among the children's belongings, you find a scroll detailing their plans to cleanse the forest. Alright then, back to Slitherbow. Alright. Let's deliver the bag. You returned, though that is no surprise. I entreated the gods for your protection with a hymn from the Gospel of Quinford. They could not deny my plea. Shadows give me strength. Ayame, were you able to find anything? I found this. A coordinated strike to cut off all flows of ether to Slitherbough? It beggars belief they could love the forest so, yet be so blind to its needs. We need no further proof of what the children are up to. We have to tell the others, defend the sites they mean to befoul, and destroy those magicked containers. Explaining how I came to know all this will prove difficult, of course, but I'll not see all your hard work wasted. We must also give thanks to the great Serpent who first sensed the children's ill intent. The divine protector who thought us worthy vessels to carry out its work. My heart swells to know the will of the wood smiles upon us so. Your pet, I mean the great Serpent, it's gone. He was here just a moment ago. We should go look for it. No, my friend. The Great Serpent has fulfilled its duty in protecting the Great Wood, and so it returns to slumber. Is that so? Perhaps it really was the Great Serpent. If you truly mean that, Valen, then perhaps you are ready to learn the truth of its origins. And I would start from the very beginning. It begins with a sizable crystal in Lake Tusi, Mekta, we know as the Fruit of the Protector. If the legends are true, it dates back to a time preceding the Empire of Ronka. There he goes. I suspect I'll be getting an earful for the rest of the day. But I think our work here is finally done. I wish there was some way I could repay you for all your help. Though I should probably go while he's still swept up in his lectures. Take care, Yami. Hopefully we'll meet again soon. Though this is largely an assumption based on my visions noted in chapter 2, verse 17 of the Gospel of... Come back here, Valen. I still have to tell you about the Serpent's influence on the founding of Ronka. Alright, well, I don't envy him. Alright, so there we go. That's done. For now. There is more later. Let me just check something here. Yeah, I think this is actually a good spot to go ahead and stop. That took about all the time that I have, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and return to the main story quest starting next episode, at the beginning of next episode. Alright, so for now, we'll stop here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.